Record-ology.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Okay, this is going to be super fun. We are going to be looking at a very cool piece of equipment. This is a Phono Preamp, and we've talked about these in the past. We've reviewed several of them, and you know, the essence of a preamp is a magnetic coil or a magnetic moving magnetic cartridge puts out a lower voltage than the line level signal that a stereo system or powered speakers require. So in its most basic form, in its most basic usage, it is increasing the voltage coming out of your turntable to a higher level, a line level. However, a preamp is an extra component in the chain that you want to be very high quality. You want it to be transparent. You don't want it to color your audio, at least not in a negative way. So this is the Zen. It says find your inner calm with the iFi Zen series. These guys have a lot of super cool products. You will see MM and MC Phono. That is because it is both a moving magnetic and a moving coil cartridge preamp. And so what's the difference? Well, a moving magnetic is a pretty common type that we see. It is a stationary coil with moving magnets. That's what generates the sound voltage. And a moving coil cartridge is the exact opposite, where the magnets are stationary and the coils move. Moving coil cartridges require a specific preamp that's capable of, you know, amplifying those signals, because a moving coil cartridge outputs an extremely low voltage compared to others. So this will handle both, which is really, really cool. We'll be using it in the moving magnetic mode. Now, I'm not going to read through the specifications, but suffice to say, compared to other preamps we've looked at, tested, auditioned, and much more so compared to the built-in preamps, this specs out noticeably higher. And what's super exciting about this is the fact that it uses AI. This actually uses AI, an infrasonic filter, to detect record warpage, and there's no DSP involved in that. It's got a microcontroller. It's an amazing, amazing piece of kit. So I'm very excited to test it out. Here's the warranty card. Here is a cool little card showing you what's what. And again, this isn't an instructional video. We're here to review it, not to, you know, teach you how to operate it, but in a sense we kind of do that as well. Common to preamps that we've seen in the past, external ones that is, this is pretty heavy duty metal. It's designed to, the metal helps shield the audio circuitry inside. We have input, we have output, we have grounding posts. We also have a balanced jack, which is really cool. We also have a gain selector switch, which is where you would tell it to either have a moving magnet or various settings for moving coil. You'll probably be using this with a moving magnet. And then obviously we have the power as well. So over here, this is super exciting. This is the subsonic filter switch. And over here is the power switch. Let's see what else we got in here. Look at the little thumbs up. Thank you. That's cool. And in here will be our power supply. This looks very well packaged. Ooh, cool purple. Awesome. Look at that. That is so cool. These appear to be quite high quality. Really nice. Okay. And our power supply. Awesome. Now, somebody brought up a good point on a recent show talking about external versus internal power supplies. A lot of people say that they like equipment that has the internal power supply, the AC power supply. I want to remind you, as a lot of people have pointed out recently, that having an external wall wart may be annoying in terms of finding space for them, but at the same time, it's good to keep that away from the audio components. So by the time you're applying power to the device, the AC, which is kept at a distance from the audio components, has already been converted into direct current. Look at this. They even have little rubber caps covering the RCA jacks on the back. Very, very cool. That's not something you see every day. Okay, we've got it plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and turn the light down here a little bit so we can see what happens when we plug that in. Cool. So we got these beautiful little blue LEDs indicating if you have the moving coil setting selected or moving magnetic, and if you're doing moving coil, which one of the gain presets. Then over here, the subsonic filter switch, you can turn that on or off. So that subsonic filter is the AI component that intelligently filters out noise from a record warp versus wanted bass notes. So that's a cool feature, something that I've never seen that before. I think that's super cool. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is going to be a lot of fun. So if you haven't done so already, grab a set of headphones, good ones if you have them. We are going to listen to this thing compared to the built-in preamp on the Audio-Technica LP7. So I am going to bounce back and forth with a really cool quadraphonic record, and this is going to sound really cool both ways, but you'll really be able to sample the difference. Hopefully we can tell a difference between the Zen Phono Preamp and the built-in Phono Preamp in the Audio-Technica LP7. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a listen. Okay, so at the end of the day, I think it does sound perhaps a tad bit better than the built-in preamp. I love the idea of what it's doing in terms of the AI component, and only time will tell, how beneficial or noticeable that really is. But in our demonstration today, the sound was lush, it was rich, and I really enjoyed, sharing this with you. Again, this was recorded with a microphone, a good one, in the room, stereo mid-side mic, so you got good separation, and you could really hear what I was hearing with those Persona speakers and that LP7, and really good music to boot. You know what I mean? Really cool. So this unit is $149, so a little bit more than other preamps, but again, you have a lot more in this unit than you do with a cheap preamp. You have the moving coil capabilities, you have the balanced output, you have the AI component as well. So I'm going to heartily endorse this product. I like it a lot. If you're interested, the link is in the description below if you want to snag one for yourselves. But that's going to do it for now, guys. Happy record hunting. We will see you tomorrow.